Well, soon the government shutdown could be over. The House could vote on a short-term funding bill for the government as early as tomorrow after that measure passed in the Senate.
8 Democrats crossed the political aisle to end this stalemate, the longest in U.S. history, now at 42 days.
Now, the bill guarantees back pay for federal workers and blocks further layoffs through January. But it does not include the key demand that ultimately led to the government shutdown in the first place, an extension of tax subsidies for the Affordable Care Act. Now, this could lead to another showdown later this year.
Meanwhile, airports are facing even more flight reductions. Flights across 40 major airports, including Detroit Metro, are now at a 6% decrease starting today. Right now, there are more than 1,100 flight cancellations nationwide.
And President Trump is issuing a warning to air traffic controllers. If you don't show up for work, you may have your pay cut. And while controllers are labeled as essential workers and have had to continue working throughout the shutdown without pay, many have failed to show up using sick days instead.
And the flight cancellations are impacting another industry, car rentals. With more people turning to the road, it's leaving some scrambling to find a rental.
7 News Detroit reporter Brittany Toulish joins us live from Detroit Metro's car rental campus as people try to figure out how to make the most of a bad situation. Brittany?
Keenan, Alicia, yesterday while we were at the McNamara terminal, we saw it was a lot of those short regional flights getting canceled, and we're learning it's resulting in a lot of one-way road trip car rental trips. And those one-way rental trips are resulting in depleting inventories for these car rental companies. Now, DTW saw over 100 flights canceled and more than 300 delayed yesterday after FAA mandatory airline cuts and Midwestern winter weather joined forces. Today, airlines are increasing to cutting 6% of flights. Detroit couple the Pettits on an anniversary trip to Aruba were one of the unlucky flights cut over the last few days. In this TikTok, Jennifer Pettit says they learned there was no alternative flight to Aruba or a flight back home to Detroit after landing in Atlanta for their connecting flight. The couple turned to rental car company Hertz, booking online, but they almost didn't get to take the Jeep after saying they were heading back to Detroit and not coming back to Atlanta. A spike in one-way rental car trips, a ripple effect from the shutdown, is putting a strain on rental vehicle inventory, with people looking for last-minute alternatives to their canceled flights.
She was like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to accommodate that. She's like, let me see what I can do. And she sat there. She was like, I can give you, it seemed like it was like the last vehicle that they had.
Once that inventory is out of their control and it's in, a destination 2 hours away, 3 hours away, because their connecting flight got canceled. Now you have a bigger problem with getting those cars back.
And David Fishman with Cadillac Travel adds that this inventory shortage for car rental companies has been years in the making. It started actually back in COVID when these companies sold off a lot of their inventory. Now, when it comes to the Pettits, they are making the best out of this anniversary trip, the road trip back from Atlanta. They're going to stop in Nashville. They're going to spend some time in Cincinnati. So they still will have some anniversary fund. Now, if you are at the airport and need a last-minute car rental, these locations here at the airport aren't the only place. You can try satellite locations out in neighborhoods for inventory. I'm going to send it back to you guys, but for now, live at DTW, I'm Brittany Toulish for 7 News Detroit this morning.
Yeah, people having to get creative to try to make the best of their vacations and other trips. Brittany, thank you for that live update.